गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव शम्भो शङ्कर। ॐ नमो नारायणाय 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 ॐ नमो नारायणाय। बोलिए श्री नारायण भगवान की जय। We will start with one bhajan. Hari Om to all of you. भज मन राधे गोविंदा भज मन राधे गोविंदा भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन गोवर्धन गिरिधारी भज मन गोवर्धन गिरिधारी भज मन वृंदावन संचारी भज मन वृंदावन संचारी भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन यमुना तीर विहारी भज मन यमुना तीर विहारी भज मन राधा चेतोहारी भज मन राधा चेतोहारी भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन राधे 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 गोविंदा भज मन राधे गोविंदा भज मन राधे गोविंदा। बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। The last session we were discussing about who will cross over the Maya. We have discussed and we have seen who can cross over the Maya. Let us once revise whatever we have discussed in earlier session. Sutra number in Narada Bhakti Sutra, Sutra number 46. The question has been asked. Kastarati Kastarati Mayam. Who crosses Maya? Who crosses this Maya? Yaha Sangam Tyajati. Reply is Yaha, whoever. Sangam Tyajati, one who gives up all kinds of attachments. Yo Mahanubhavam Sevate, one who will serve the great noble souls, one who will be in the company of great Mahatmas. Nirmamo Bhavati, Yaha, Yaha we have to add to everything. Whoever Nirmamaha Bhavati, one who will be free from the thought of minus. Mama means mine. Nirmama means no minus. One who will be free from the possession of minus. He will cross the Maya. And not only this, few more things also said. Yo vivikta sthanam sevatem. One who will be there in solitary place. Vivikta sthanam, where there will not be any kinds of disturbances. One who will be in solitary place. And yo loka bandham unmolayati, one who will be completely eradicated and uprooted the all kinds of worldly relationships, worldly attachments. Loka bandham unmolayati. Yo nistrayigunyo bhavati, one who will go beyond three gunas. Sattva, Raja, Tamo gunas. Nistrayigunyo bhavati, one who will be free from the three gunas qualities. Yo yogakshemam tyajati, one who will renounce yoga and kshema. Yoga, acquisition. Kshema, protecting that one or maintenance. Yo yogakshemam tyajati. Yaha karma phalam tyajati, one who renounces the fruits of action. Karmani sanyasyati, one who will renounce all kinds of egocentric, selfish activities. Tato nirdvando bhavati, then the person will be free from all kinds of pairs of opposites. Nirdvando bhavati. Saha tarati. Yaha karma phalam tyajati, karmani sanyasyati, tatha nirdvandvaha bhavati. He can cross over the Maya. Yo vedanapi sanyasyati. Not only all these things, one who will renounce even Vedas also. Earlier we have seen what is the inner meaning here mentioned. Vedan sanyasyati means it doesn't mean he will renounce all scriptures, not like that. One who will renounce all kinds of ritualistic activities, etc. Karma kanda and even upasana kanda also. See, all Vedas meant for self-realization, to become one with Bhagwan. So, when the person will identify himself completely with Bhagwan, that time for him no need of studying scriptures also. Yo vedanapi sanyasyati. Especially in Vedas, so many other parts, portions also given, karma kanda, upasana kanda, etc. Not only jnana kanda. So one who will renounce all kinds of ritualistic activities also. Kevalam avichinna anuragam labhate. One who gains the complete, unbroken, pure devotion, the flow of devotion, love for Bhagwan. Saha tarati. Saha tarati. Sutra number 50. Saha, he alone, tarati. He crosses. What? He crosses Maya. Saha tarati. Emphasized here. He alone crosses the Maya. Not only that, saha lokan starayati. He will make others also to cross over this ocean of samsara. What he crossed is ocean of samsara, the cycle of birth and death. See, this is the greatness and glory of Mahatmas. They are not at all selfish. When once they realize the self, once they experience that bliss, they feel others also, those who are in ignorant state, they also should experience this one. They feel like that and they will come back. They will come down to up to our level and they will uplift us. They will help us to cross over this Maya, the ocean of samsara. Sahatarati lokanapi tarayati. We have seen up to this. Next, chapter number 5, section number 1. Sutra number, aphorism number 51. Now onwards, Narada Maharshi is going to explain what is the supreme divine love. What is the supreme devotion, supreme love for Bhagwan? Sahatarati said he crosses the Maya. Then what he experienced? What is his experience? What he experienced? The supreme bliss. So, what is the love divine is going to be expounded from aphorism number 51 onwards. Please repeat after me. Anirvachaniyam, anirvachaniyam, premaswarupam, premaswarupam, anirvachaniyam, premaswarupam. What is the nature of supreme devotion? Is anirvachaniyam. Nirvachaniyam means that which can be described, that which can be put in words, that which can be communicated. Anirvachaniyam means indescribable. Can't put in words. It cannot be communicated. It doesn't mean it cannot be communicated, it cannot be described. It doesn't mean it is not existing. It is there. Prema Swarupam, the intrinsic nature of devotion, is indescribable. How to understand this one? See, in our day-to-day life also, we are experiencing so many things. But each and every experience cannot be expressed through words. We cannot describe. Of course, we will try to describe, but few feelings and emotions, how much we may describe, and at the end we say, I think this, I'm unable to describe it. This feeling is so divine, so powerful, like that we say. So this love for Bhagwan, the supreme divine love, is anirvachaniya. It cannot be described. Prema Swarupam. How? Any example? You are saying this is anirvachaniya. See, here two things we have to understand. One is experience. Another one is expressing. One is in experiencing, another one is expressing. This divine love, supreme love, is, it can be experienced, anubhava, but it cannot be expressed fully. Prakatana is not possible. How? Next aphorism, sutra number 52. Muka aswadanavat, muka aswadanavat. Vat means like. Wherever drustamta, example will be given, there this vat word will be used. Like muka aswadana. Muka, one who is dumb. Aswadana means experience. Like the dumb man's experience of delightful taste. If we go to one person, one who cannot speak, unable to speak, if we give nice, what you call, gulab jam, rasagulla, if we give to him that rasagulla, he will put into his mouth, enjoying that one and eating. If we ask him how is it, how he will express that one? This is the like that in his own way, because he cannot put into words, unable to speak. So he says, it's nice. He wanted to say that one, but he cannot tell. He cannot speak out. It means he is experiencing that one, but unable to express that one. The love for Bhagwan also, the divine love for Bhagwan, supreme love will be like this only. The great devotees like Santa Tukaram ji, Mirabai ji, Radha Mata, Radha Maya, and Gopika's love is unable to put into words. That's why it is called Anirvachani. In our relationships, one person is there, he will be experiencing love from so many people. All of us also we are experiencing. For example, if we take one person, he will be receiving love from his parents, from his wife, from his children, from his friends, from his colleagues. Whatever relationships he will be maintaining, from all of them he will be receiving that love. If we ask that person, all of them, they are loving you. Oh yes, they are loving me so much, the person is saying. If we ask that person, can you explain what you are receiving that love from all these people, how it is? One thing, love is common, but all people, what they are expressing that love is not the same way. And the person also is feeling that one, love only, but that feeling also will not be the same. Parents' love is different. Children's love is different. Friends' love is different. Wife's love is different. If we ask that person, you describe what kind of love you are feeling, experiencing, unable to say. One thing he can say, I'm so happy. All of them, they are loving me a lot. It's like that only he can say, that much only. He cannot put properly into the words. This love is like this love is like this, and this much love I'm experiencing. Not only this one, so many kinds of emotions and feelings we cannot put into words completely. We cannot describe. Even simple thing, when we are having headache, we can say headache. Family members and doctor also, they also will understand, but if they'll ask how much pain is there, how can we describe? No, it's too much pain, unable to bear, unable to tolerate. That much only we can. But exactly what is that pain, we cannot communicate. Backache, headache, neck pain or knee pain or others also will be having what you call concern, and they will understand to some extent, but exactly how much pain is there, what kind of pain is there, so we cannot, unless other person also is having such kind of thing, you can understand to some extent. So in the same way, love for Bhagwan, how much love is there, in which way it is expressed, all these things difficult to explain. Muka aswadanavat. That word is important. Aswadana. How that dumb person is experiencing the taste. Aswadana. That experience. In the same way, prema aswadana. That bhakti aswadana will be there. What kind of feeling will be have been there in the mind of Prahladji? One all the time, one who was all the time singing Bhagwan's name. Can we describe completely? Yeah. What is the electricity? What is the nature of electricity? Of course, technically we can tell something, but what is the experience of that one? If we put into the plug, if we put our finger into the plug, put switch on that, then we can experience. All kinds of experiences we cannot express. Next. It doesn't mean if we cannot describe, we cannot express means it is not there. No, it is there. It is there. Just we have to experience. Anirvachaniyam prema swarupam. Next sutra. Prakashate kwapi patre. Prakashate, it comes to express, it comes to experience, is manifested. Prakashate. Kwapi, kwa api means very rare, very some what you call rare people somewhere. Patre, patre means in a fit recipient. All people cannot experience this anirvachaniya prema swarupa. Of course, many people will be calling themselves as devotees, but the devotion, if it is depending on so many kinds of factors and conditioned, that kind of conditioned love is not considered as supreme love. So here, this kind of anirvachaniya prema, it will be manifesting only, or it manifests only in rare kind of people, rare devotees we can say. That a patra means that arhata, that deservedness is required. Earlier we have seen 4 kinds of devotees will be there. Artha, Artharthi, Jignasu and Jnani Bhaktas. All of them are devotees only. But one who completely identifies with Bhagwan, whose ego completely dissolved, such kind of person, Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabhaha, one who perceives, one who sees everywhere the Bhagwan, Bhagavad Swarupa, such kind of person will be very rare, very rare. Samahatma Sudurlabhaha. So rare devotees only can experience this kind of divine love for Bhagwan. Completely is reveling in that and forgetting their own identity. It's not even is weeping or dancing. Okay, of course, those also are expressions of divine love, but we cannot say seeing external kinds of lakshanas, qualities, we cannot say he is having supreme love for Bhagwan. As it is said, it is anirvachaniya. He only knows. He only can experience that. Next. In detail, what is the supreme love? It is said, Sutra number 54. Gunarahitam, Gunarahitam, Kamanarahitam, Kamanarahitam, Pratikshana Vardhamanam, Pratikshana Vardhamanam, Avichinnam, Avichinnam, Sukshmataram, Sukshmataram, Anubhavarupam, Anubhavarupam, Gunarahitam, Kamanarahitam, Pratikshena Vardhamanam, Avichinnam, Sukshmataram, Anubhavarupam. Gunarahitam, devoid of all attributes, no guna. This is pure love, the definition of pure love given here. What is pure love? Gunarahitam, without attributes. Without attributes means beyond even Sattva-raja, Tamo gunas, no particular quality. Kamana rahitam. Rahita means without. Kamana rahitam means without any desire. without any desire whatsoever. Pratikshana vardhamanam. Pratikshana vardhamanam, growing every moment. This is the greatest sign of pure love. Pratikshana vardhamanam. Avicchinnam. Vichinna means that which can be broken. Avichinna means unbroken, constant. Avicchinnam. Sukshmataram. Sukshmataram, supremely subtle in nature. It is not gross. It cannot be perceived like other objects, external objects. Sukshmataram, supremely subtle. It doesn't mean it is not experienced. That's why immediately the word is used, Anubhava Rupam. Anubhava Rupam, the nature of immediate experience, means it can be experienced. Anubhava Rupam. Very, very important points here given. What is the pure love? How can we measure it? In fact, we cannot measure, it is immeasurable. To understand for ourselves what kind of love we are having for Bhagwan. Is it pure love or impure love? My impure love also, yes. When our vasanas are more, when our love for Bhagwan is prompted only because of our vasanas and desires, just to fulfill our desires, if we are praying Bhagwan, that is not called pure love. So here, guna rahitam, one by one we will see. Guna rahita means that which is devoid of all kinds of attributes. One meaning guna means sattva raja tamo gunas, this one, and another meaning guna rahita means when the person is in the mood of that devotion, when the person is having love for Bhagwan, sometimes what will be happening? The person will be seeing Bhagwan's beautiful form, and the person will be listening the sounds connected to that Bhagwan, and some people they will be seeing the light in dream or in meditation, or some few devotees they will imagine also outside in waking state also, just they will imagine and Bhagwan is coming here and sitting here and he is looking at me and smile. All these things also smiling, all these things may be happening. See, all these things are good, but the pure love, the nature of Bhagwan, see here pure love and God not different, please understand. Bhagwan is pure love, in the form of pure love. Bhagwan is different and love for Bhagwan is different. No, it's not correct. The embodiment of pure love is Bhagwan. This is very important point. Prema Swarupa. So here Gunarahita means whenever we are seeing something or whenever we are listening something, means they are having attributes. Gunas are there. This pure love is supreme love, is beyond all the perception of names and forms. No color, no name, no form. It's a very subtle point. And the supreme love is not just weeping for Bhagwan, crying for Bhagwan, and dancing for Bhagwan, and external all kinds of symptoms. Of course, in beginning stages, all these things will be there, that paravashya sthiti, that the state will be there. But all these things also, they are qualities, attributes only. So beyond all these things, one state is there. We cannot even call it as a state, the pure love, that's all. That's why it is said in the beginning only, Anirvachaniyam. we cannot put into the words. If something name is there, form is there, the quality is there, we can say this one, this one, this one. But this pure love is not just one kind of quality expressing through our body or through our emotions, mind, this intellect, like that. Beyond all these things. Completely guna rahita. It's guna rahita is not like without any attributes, means it's not what you call, we cannot consider it no gunas at all, means very less kind of no, not like that. Wherever there will be something quality attribute is there, it means it is bounded or limitation is there. So here guna rahita, beyond all kinds of attributes, pure love, because no identification. Wherever identification will be there, then all these attributes will be no identification. Next. Kamana rahita. Next word. This is also important. Kamana rahita. Kamana rahitam means the pure love is the nature of divide of all kinds of desires. Generally, when person is in ignorant state, the person will be having desires, putreshna, vitteshna and lokeshna. Eshanatraya it is called. Desire for progeny, wife, children, so many kinds of relationships. Of course, in dharmic way, person can fulfill all those things, but having extreme attachment here we have to take. Vitteshna, some people will be having desire for money. They think the goal of life is money only, earning money, accumulating so many kinds of power, all these things also. Vitteshna. Lokeshna, for other people, they will be having its desire for name and fame and going to other worlds also, lokeshna. In this world, want to get name and fame, our position, etc. So, putreshna, vitteshna, lokeshna. And they will be praying Bhagwan to fulfill their desires. Bhagwan, please bless us with one child. Bhagwan, please bless me to get 1 crore money in business. Some others praying, Bhagwan, may I go to Swargaloka. Others may be praying, Bhagwan, may I become so great in this world. All people, they have to recognize me, they have to remember me, and they have to take my name. Right? It's like that. Putreshna, Vitteshna, Lokeshna. It's because of ignorance. Love for Bhagwan is there, but love for Bhagwan because of desires, kama. But here it is said, pure love is that kamana rahitam. Bhagwan, I don't want anything. I want you alone. I don't want name and fame. I don't want money. I don't want pleasures. I don't want any people, any person. Bhagwan. I want you and you alone. Kamana rahita. Praying Bhagwan, having devotion for Bhagwan, only for the sake of Bhagwan. Not for anything else. Bhagwan, give me that one, give me this one, give me everything. And I want you also. Our love is very peculiar. We say, I want everything. I want all these worldly kind of things also. And I want you also. Means what? We are giving little bit space for Bhagwan also in our heart. That's no, this is not pure love. Unconditional love. Whatever may be my situation, Whatever may be the external condition or my condition, whatever it give, that is okay. According to prarabdha, whatever should happen, it will happen. Whatever I should get, if I am deserved to get this, I will receive definitely. All those things keeping aside, just having love for Bhagwan. This is kamana rahitam. All these are very powerful. It's not very easy to renounce everything, not at all having any desire. When great people also, they did lot of tapas. Years together they did. But at the end, they ask something or other boon only. Kama sahita. So here kamana rahita. Not expecting anything in return. If I pray Bhagwan, Bhagwan will bless me, Bhagwan will give this one. No. Whether he will give it or not. In fact, if he don't give anything, that is good. Because if he will give something, our focus will be on that one only. We will enjoy that and we will forget Bhagwan. So nothing should be there between me and my Bhagwan. Kamana. मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर. What is required for Meera Bhaiji? What she asked for Bhagwan. She left everything, in fact. I want my Bhagwan. She left that royal palace. Even she didn't give any importance to the what you call worldly people are saying and all those things, criticism. Just singing for Bhagwan, dancing for Bhagwan, the streets. Whatever people think, let them. Her only focus is on Bhagwan. Kamana rahita. Next. Pratikshana vardhamanam. This is the sign of pure love. It's not like a temporary kind of love and sometimes the fever of devotion, fever of love will be there for Bhagwan for a few days. All the time chanting and singing glories of Bhagwan and doing japa, hours together, spending for Bhagwan and having devotion. And afterwards, for 1 or 2 months, nothing. No time even to perform puja also. Papa, not like that. Pratikshana vardhamana. See, love for Bhagwan means it's not only doing external kind of all these sadhanas. How mother will be having love for her child. It's not like one day she will love more and one day she will love her child less. Not like that. No? In our worldly relationships also, if we see, when the person is really having the love for another person, it will be increasing day by day. So, pratikshana vardhamana. In each and every moment, the love will be increasing for Bhagwan. This is called pure love. If it is conditioned love, then if conditions are fulfilled, love will be more. If conditions are not fulfilled, love will be less. It will be happening in worldly relationship and for ordinary kind of devotees. For Bhagwan also they will be having this kind of love. If Bhagwan will fulfill my desire, then love will increase. If Bhagwan will not bless me, if he will not fulfill my desires, love also will become less. No, it's not like that. It's not bounded by, limited by time or conditions or situations. So, pratikshana vardhamana, increasing, growing every moment. Avichinnam, unbroken, constant, sthirata. Whatever may be person doing, wherever he may be, but thought of Bhagwan will be continuing in his heart It's like background music, that nada. Shruti. How parents, they will be having love for children, constant. They may be going to office, or they may be doing business, and they may be spending time with other people. All those things will be there, but inside, love for children is constant. So avichinnam, unbroken love for Bhagwan is pure love. Sukshmataram, can it be seen? Can it be expressed completely? No. It is subtle in nature. That which is more pervasive, it is more subtle. It cannot be comprehended by our senses. How much love we have for Bhagwan, we cannot say, and we cannot measure also. We cannot show to others also. It is sukshma taram, very subtle in nature. Bhava swarupa, even beyond bhava also, we can say. Anubhava rupam. It doesn't mean it is sukshma, it is very subtle, so it is not like that. Anubhava rupam, it can be experienced. Immediate experience. Direct experience here. Anubhava rupam, one's own experience. Have you seen Bhagwan? Have you seen Bhagwan? Yes or no? Earlier we said, when we asked one boy, he said, I have seen duplicate Bhagwan, but not original Bhagwan. Duplicate Bhagwan in photos and movies is like that. I have not yet seen original Bhagwan. See, in fact, all of us, we are experiencing the divinity. As it is said, it is very subtle in nature. It is not, have you seen Bhagwan means we will see Bhagwan in particular form like Rama, Krishna, Devi, Mata, or Ishtadaivam, like particular form. That is okay, that is also Bhagwan's darshan. But experiencing the divinity is the experiencing the presence of Bhagwan. Please understand. We cannot say we did not see Bhagwan. How can we say? It's his own presence only everywhere pervading. It's very subtle form. Because of whom we are living, because of whom we are talking, because of whom we are listening. Bhagavad Swarupa only, no? It is subtle. Only thing is very subtle in nature. We should have the special tuning to realize it. So this is the pure love. Gunarahitam, Kamanarahitam, Pratikshana Vardhamanam, Avichinnam, Sukshmataram, Anubhava Rupa. It can be experienced. Text of Prism 55. Before entering into this one, we have to see. This is very subtle in nature, it is said. When we see from the standpoint of what you call jnana, from the standpoint of knowledge, these 5 elements, earth is gross comparing with other elements. Water is subtler than the earth. Fire is subtler than the water. Air is more subtler than the fire. Space, Akasha, is more subtler than the air, Vayu, remaining all other elements also. Akasha is more pervasive than other elements. To understand this subtlety, the nature of subtlety, Sukshma, we don't know from Vyavaharik standpoint. We don't know what is the limit, boundary of the space. We don't know. It is more pervasive than other elements. That's why we are calling Akasha is Sukshma. But more subtler than Akasha still are there. Avyakta, Mahatattva, Ahankara. These are more subtler than all these things, 5 elements. And Trigunaatmika Maya is more subtler than all these elements. Bhagwan, Parabrahma Swarupa, is Ashraya, substratum of the Maya. See, our intellect stopped only at the level of space. Over. Akasha. We understood, okay, this is very pervasive and we don't know the boundary limitation of this one, and this is Sukshma. Yes, understood. Sukshma is more pervasive than other things. And like this, if we go up to the Maya, we don't know. It's more pervasive. And Paramatma, the substratum of Maya, is the subtlest. Even beyond that, we cannot even use the word. So here, pure love for that Bhagwan, one who is all-pervading. How can we say this is this much like that? Can we measure it? Can we show it? So we cannot make it as a grass kind of thing. That's why the word is used, Sukshmatara, very subtle. Because Bhagwan is subtle. The love, pure love for Bhagwan also is subtle. Subtle means more pervasive. If your child will come and ask you, if small boy is there, your child or grandchild will come and ask, yes, are you loving me? Yes, Nana, of course I'm loving you. I'm loving you a lot. How much you're loving me? How much love do you have for me? Then how can you show? God, I love you a lot, very son. How much? You cannot show. If we cannot show this worldly kind of love only, then what to talk of the pure love? Completely, what you call, forgetting our identification. Not forgetting, it's completely giving up our identification. Jiva Bhava will go away. Only Paramatma will be there. That's why Anirvachaniya. Avichinnam Anubhava Rupa. Next. Tat prapya tadeva avalokayati tadeva shrunoti tadeva bhashayati tadeva chintayati tat prapya tadeva avalokayati tadeva shrunoti tadeva bhashayati tadeva chintayati. If once the supreme love, the state of supreme love is reached, then what will happen? What the devotee will be doing? Wonderful. Tat prapya, that means that. That means supreme love for Bhagwan. Prapya, having attained, having reached, having experienced. Tat prapya. Tadyeva avalokayati. That alone, avalokayati. Avalokana means sees. Means here feels, comprehends. Tadeva avalokayati. Tadeva shrunoti. Tatyeva, that alone, shrunoti. Shrunoti means hears, listens. Tad eva tadeva. Tat eva bhashayati. That alone speaks. Means speaking about that only. Tadeva chintayati. Tat eva, that alone, chintayati, thinks, contemplates upon, meditates upon. Manasa, vacha, karmana. By all these equipments, instruments, body, mind, intellect. Here body, sense organs. That alone will be perceived, that alone will be thought of, that alone will be felt. Tat prapya, see, up to reaching that one only the effort will be there for devotee. If once we realize that, becoming one with Bhagavan, what else will be there in this world for devotee other than Bhagavad Swarupa? Just imagine one small ant entered into the cave. Small ant entered into the cave of sugar. Just imagine that sugar cave is there, one guha. So the ant entered deep into the cave. And afterwards, wherever that ant will see, only sugar will be there. Up, down, sides, everywhere. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Why? Because that is filled with sugar. This is simple example. Now, here, when the person is experiencing dream, in the dream state, everything is, whatever perceived by that person is nothing but his own mind only. The projection of the mind only. Means everything is that Manaswarupa. So here, for the devotee, everything is, once he reaches the supreme state of devotion, whatever he perceives, whatever he will be thinking, everything will be connected to the Bhagavan only, the supreme love only. To understand this thought, our worldly example, another example. If one person is doing research, one scientist is there, he is doing research. Whatever particular field he has chosen, whatever he will be doing, whatever he will be talking, everything will be connected to his own research. Wherever he will be. Sometimes other people will be asking, you don't have any other word, you don't have any other thing to speak. He says, no. If we start another topic also, he will connect that one also with his experiments only. Yes. About you also, about me also. Wherever our focus is there, all our thoughts will be connected to that one only. Newly born baby is there. Mother will be seeing all the time that baby and talking about that baby, whatever requirements are there, taking care of all those things. And wherever she goes, if other people will be there and they will be doing something else and they will be talking something else, but she will connect everything to her own newly born child. Her entire world is filled with that baby. That's all. Even she will not give much attention to her husband also. And he will be saying, you completely forgot. No. Why? Because her mind filled with the child. One businessman is there. He wanted to become so rich. He wanted to prove himself in this world. He maybe is doing so many other things, but everything he will connect to with his business only. He will be talking all the time about his business. Yes. So here, for devotee, one who experienced the state of that supreme love, supreme devotion, means nothing but Bhagavad Sakshatkara. Then what he will be doing afterwards? If we go to Bhakta Tukaramji, now also, okay, you just imagine, Bhakta Tukaramji is there. If we go there and if we ask Bhakta Tukaramji, Tukaramji, now we are going to start new business. So we required honest person to take care of our business. Please, can you come and you can support us? We will give partnership also. This much percentage we will give to you. We heard you're so honest. You're a great person. What Tukaramji will say? Panduranga Vitala Hari Narayana Purandara Vitala Hari Narayan Hari Narayana Bhajanarayan Rama Narayana Krishna Narayan Vitala Hari Vitala Vitala Hari Vitala. If we take Tukaramji and make him sit in our office, that business place, he will be there, but he will be singing Vitala, Hari Vitala. All people also, customers, those he will come, he will make them also sit and make them to do bhajan. Yes or no? Why? Tadeva Sunayati, Tadeva Bhashayati. This is, we are bringing Bhakta Tukaramji into our Kalamana, means present time, but it happened or not. In his life, you might have studied his life history, you would have heard. His wife, how much she tried to make him to do some business or take care of what you call that field, that crop, etc. Wherever he went, he forgets everything, just singing Bhagwan's glory. He was singing Bhagwan's glory. Once, by the the thought came. Once Bhakta Tukaramji, all the time she used to ask, "You are not doing any work. How we can run this family like that?" So he went to one person, that landlord, and he asked for the work, and he gave some work, and he was doing that field work and taking care of that field, that crop, etc. So that person gave few, what you call, sugarcane, those things, and he took that bundle of those things, and on the way coming back to the home, whoever will be is coming and the children is asking, he was giving one by one slide. His children, when they saw his father was bringing those kind of sugarcane, those things, and they reached and they said, his mother, our father is bringing this sugarcane, these sticks. She was waiting for him, and on the way, these children also, they have taken each one, and when he reached the home, so only one is with him, one was with him, and she looked at him. She understood. Okay. No, others, they asked, so I have given to them. He said, like, she got so angry with him. Just I heard, I didn't know exactly it happened or not. She has taken that one sugarcane, that one, the stick, and she was beating him like anything. And it's broken into 2 pieces. Know what he said? Panduranga, Bhagwan, you are so compassionate. I thought only one is there, what to do? Now she made 2 pieces. So he said, 1 piece is for you, 1 piece is for me. Then she thought, he will not change it. See, devotees' perception will be quite different. Quite different. Worldly people's perception will be quite different comparing with devotees. Yatha drishti tata srushti. Whose mind reached to that state of supreme love, supreme devotion, one who realized the Godhood. Tat prapya tadeva avalokayati. He sees everywhere that alone, his beloved God. Vasudeva Sarvam. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. You heard, no? One Mahatma, when he wanted to eat that roti, one dog came and it has taken that roti, little bit dried that roti. And that Mahatma, he was taking one bowl and running, chasing that dog. Others, they saw and they said, why he was running behind that one? There's only one roti, no? It's like that. But he reached that dog and putting ghee on that roti. He was saying this roti was too dry to eat. That's why applying this ghee so that this Nar and this Bhagwan, he can eat happily. Means seeing that dog as Bhagavad Swarup. So many examples like this. Tadeva avalokayati and Tadeva sunoti. All the time listening, hears only that alone. Tadeva bhashayati. All the time talking, speaking about Bhagwan only. Gopikas, Narada Maharshi and Uddhavji. When Uddhavji and this Vidurji, both of them, they met. That time, it's wonderful description in Bhagavatam. Parasparam, mutually how sharing the thoughts about Bhagwan, the Bhava Prakatana, Bhakti Prakatana. It's wonderful. So, Tadeva Bhashayati. Because other than that, nothing else is there. Nothing else is existing for devotee. Tadeva Chintayati. All the time thinking about that and that. Here, Tat, supreme love. Earlier we have seen supreme love, nothing but Bhagavad Swarupa. Tadeva means Bhagwan. This is Bhakti standpoint. Knowledge standpoint, in Chandogya Upanishad, it is said, everything is Bhagavad Swarupa, everything is Atma Swarupa, Parabrahma Swarupa. So, whatever is infinite in nature, means Bhuma, you can remember this word, Bhuma. Yovai Bhuma tat sukham, it is said. That which is infinite in nature, that alone is blissful. This devotee, once he reaches that state of Bhagwan, who is infinite in nature, afterwards he cannot see anything else. Another example, when Arjuna, he perceived the Vishwarupa of Bhagwan, the universal form of Bhagwan, he expressed the thought, he said, I am seeing you everywhere. And he did the salutation and he said, from front, from the back, from the up, from the down, from all sides, I am prostrating to you. I am doing this salutation. Because you are everywhere, all perfect. Means other than you, nothing else is existing. Even including me also, I am in you. When Lord, he showed that Vishwarupa to Yashoda Mata, opening his mouth. That time Yashoda Mata, she saw everything, all Brahmandas, all those things, and Gokula, the Vrindavan, and she saw herself in the mouth of Lord Sri Krishna. So everything is Bhagavad Swarupa only. You can, just for reference, in Chandogya Upanishad, it is said, from the standpoint of knowledge, Brahman is all pervading. The quotation is Yatra nanyat pashyati, nanyat srunoti, nanyat vijanati, sa bhuma. Ata yatra anyat pashyati, anyat srunoti, anyat vijanati, tad alpa. Yo vai bhuma tad amrutam, ata yadalpam tad martyam. This is the quotation. Yatra, wherever, na anyat pashyati. Pashya means to see. Anyat means other. Not seeing other. Na anyat srunoti. Not hearing or listening other. Na anyat vijanati. Not knowing anything else. Sah bhuma. That is called infinite. All pervading. Atha yatra anyat pashyati. Seeing other than himself, something else. Anyat srunoti, listening something other, and anyat vijanati, knowing something else other than that. Tadalpam, that is finite in nature, ephemeral in nature, that will perish. Yo vai bhuma, tad amrutam tad sukha. Yo vai bhuma, that which is infinite in nature, tad amrutam, that is immortal. Ata yadalpam tad martyam. That which is finite, that is martya, subject to perish, mortal. So here pure love for Bhagwan, that Bhagavad Swarupa alone, that is infinite in nature, Bhuma Swarupa, all pervading. Because the devotee himself is not at all existing, became one with Bhagwan. The wave is not existing, became one with ocean. Ornament is not existing, became one with gold. The mud part is not existing. It realized the source of it is mud only, became one with mud. Bhuma Swarupa, infinite. So here the devotee gives up his identification completely and identifying himself with infinite Bhagwan. Then whatever he sees, Bhagwan. Wherever he goes, Bhagwan. Whatever he will be listening, about Bhagwan. Whatever he speaks, about Bhagwan. Whatever he will be doing, everything is Bhagwan. Swarupa for Bhagwan. Beautiful thoughts. Tat prapya tadeva avalokayati, tadeva srunoti, tadeva bhashayati, tadeva chintayati. All the time they will be reveling in that. Our worldly people, they will call simply, they are mad people. Hana? When Ramakrishna Paramahamsaji, he was reveling in that, and everywhere seeing that Kalima Swarupa only. How many people understood? Even sometimes people will be calling us, all the time you are studying and listening pravachans, and this all the time you are spending time for them. Are you mad or what? Your loka is different. What you are doing, what you are doing. If you go to party and function also, if you talk about Bhagavad Gita, this person here also, in satsang though, okay. Here also you are talking about Bhagavad Gita. What to do? That person's mind filled with Bhagavad Gita. What else will come out from him? In that function also, he saw one quotation. And he started interpreting that quotation, it's connected to this thought. It is said in Bhagavad Gita. Other person, he is not living at all. Worldly kind of person. For devotee, the perception is quite different. Everything is Swarupa. We have to become like this. Completely mad of Bhagwan. Don't worry, nothing will happen to us. Nothing will happen to this world. Okay? Not little bit. It's completely. It's drowning in that. तत्प्राप्य तदेवावलोकयति, तदेव शृणोति, तदेव भाषयति, तदेव चिन्तयति. How Gopikas all the time, Radha all the time, Krishna, 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 talking about him, all the time wanted to see his beautiful form in chanting form, all the time thinking of Bhagavan only, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम.